Welcome to Regency Park for this clash between Croydon and Adelaide City. Testing 1, 2. Too high. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Still 2. That's excellent. Thank you very much.
over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Good evening and welcome to Regency Park for the RAA NPLSA Round 2 clash between Croydon and Adelaide City tonight. With fascinating clash with both teams coming into this game after wins in Round 1. Croydon 3-2 comeback win over Para Hills, and City also with a come from behind 2-1 win over long-time rivals West Adelaide last week. I am your commentator Mark Talbot. And joining me tonight is Connie Commitsis. Welcome, Connie. What are you hoping to see from tonight's game?
Well, Mark. Thanks for having me in the co-commentary position here tonight. It's good to be back. A little bit of a hiatus for us all, and hopefully tonight is going to be a showcase between what was a semi-final match-up last season, where Adelaide City may have that in the back of their minds after Croydon knocked them out of contention last year, went on to win the lot. So I'm interested to see how this one plays out, and also interested to see, obviously, tonight, Dominic Costanzo back into the Adelaide City starting lineup this week, and against his former team, which he played a few games for and banged in a few goals in Croydon. So it'll be an interesting match-up, Mark.
It certainly will be, and we are, speaking of lineups, we will quickly swing through those lineups for you, starting with Croydon, the home side. Number 1, Daniel Margouche starting in goal. Number 2, Cameron O'Doherty Gavros. Number 5 and captain, Luke Klemick. Number 6, Christopher Vivian. Number 7, Passia John. Number 8, Adam Martinello. Number 10, Thomas Greco. Number 11, Oscar Slattery. Number 15, James Polly. Number 18, Oliver Trimboli. And number 22, Bol Mapor. And your starting 11 for the away side, Adelaide City. Number 1, John Hall in goal. Number 4, Lewis Kilo. Number 5, Noah Smith. Number 6, Bradley Corbo. Number 7, Daniel Bressan. Number 10, and captain, Nicholas Bucco. Number 20, Yuki Catano. Number 23, Yared Abatu. Number 25, Laurie Latanzio. Number 80, Patrick Carachia. And number 87, and starting tonight for the first time, Dominic Costanzo. And then on the bench for the two sides, number 9, Santana Bartkovsky for Croydon. Number 12, Luca Trimboli. 14, Edward Stiles. Number 17, Yuya Kato. Number 20, Alexander Good. And number 21, reserve goalkeeper Matthew Voith. And on the bench for Adelaide City, number 16, Francesco Scamizzi. Number 18, Cosmo Groff, your reserve goalkeeper. Number 22, Giorgio Parhas. Number 26, Terence Lynch. Number 34, Dejan Kafuta. And number 46, Oliver Weston. And your match official today is Christian Verdicchio. And it will be Adelaide City, the away side, in their all-black kit, kicking from left to right.
You would think Croydon would want a much better start than last week, Mark. Tonight they went down 2-0 early and had to fight their way back and win it late on. They'd be really up for the fight here from the start against Adelaide City tonight.
As Adelaide City will look to kick off with Daniel Bressan. As Christian Verdicchio blows his whistle, and we are underway for round 2, and this is the last game in the round 2 for the RAA NPLSA as ball goes forward for Croydon. And Adelaide City will take the throw. Corbo goes down the line and intercepted there by Polly and goes forward, but Vivian gets his boot to that. Neither side able to get it under control at the present moment, as Patrick Carachia does put his foot on it in the end. He goes back to Noah Smith. He goes long looking for Bressan, and now in behind for Laurie Latanzio, and Margouche out well outside his box there to clear that one, and does so. Adelaide City come back again with Corbo. Here is Dom Costanzo wearing the number 87, looking for Laurie Latanzio, and it goes all the way through to Margush. What are you expecting to see from the likes of Costanzo and Latanzio tonight, Connie?
Well, there's a lot of pace with both of them on the wings, isn't there? So you'd look to see a very high and wide sort of setup here, and you can already see Adelaide City when they have the ball in this sort of position. 4 up the front there, and these balls over the top are going to be very dangerous with the likes of Costanzo and Laurie Latanzio. So it's going to be interesting to see what Croydon do, whether or not they keep going with this sort of man-on-man at the back, or whether they try to exploit them on the counter-attack like they might do here.
As Croydon have the throw in the corner, they go short. Here is Polly with the cross all the way through, and Abatu has to clear only straight up, and the header does the same. And eventually he gets a header away, and Klimik's able to clean up as Passio John looks to take on Noah Smith. That will be a great battle tonight, Connie, between Passio John and Noah Smith.
Yeah, it would be a great battle. Passio John obviously last year showing the qualities he had throughout the year. I think ended up being the joint top scorer for Croydon, and Noah Smith came halfway through and showed what quality he has after being at the Central Coast for a few seasons.
As Brassan finds the ball, looks to go inside for Katana, and eventually Klimik takes care of it and goes all the way back to Margush. Goes short here is Klimik. Finds Greco in some space. He's able to turn and face forward, and he goes wide to Polly on this left wing. Polly looks to cross and does so, but cut out there. And eventually Corbo clears to Costanzo. It's great to be able to say that name back here in Adelaide. It's a bit of a fist fight there in the middle of the park, and eventually the ball's over the top for Latanzio, and he can't bring it under control. And Bolmapore, who steps all the way through the middle, and it's still going, goes wide to Passio John. He wants the ball back again and does so on the right wing. Here is Bolmapore. Runs out of space in the end and wins himself a corner. What a run there that is from the big man from the back.
Yeah, it was a great run by Bolmapore through the middle of the park, sort of bodied off a couple of Adelaide City players on the way, and then I think they expect him to pass, but he kept going, making that forward run into the box, winning a corner, but may also have a nosebleed after that as well.
It might do. He does like to step forward into that pocket of space between the midfield and the defence when he gets an opportunity.
I've also seen in the past, though, Mark, as well, he does get caught sometimes with a bit of a heavy touch and likes to put in a big challenge as well, so he's got to be careful of that.
He does. I have seen him sent off for that, as the Polly will take this corner. He swings it in near post, cleared by Brassan. And then further by Laurie Latanzio, only as far as Croydon's back line, and goes all the way back to Christopher Vivian. And he spreads a play to O'Doherty. O'Doherty a pick up from Mowbray after they got relegated last season. Vivian finds it. Martinello goes wide to the far side and gets it back again. He goes inside looking for Trimboli, who gets there first. Adelaide City clean up. Smith back to Yared Abatu. And Adelaide City able to settle.
You mentioned O'Doherty come to Croydon this season after not having a great season with Mowbray last year, but looks to have slotted straight into that sort of midfield, defensive midfield area at times, but you can see he's like his brother, he can play multiple positions as well.
Yeah, looks to be playing in a right back role this evening, and it's allowed Klimik to push into the midfield, but we all know that Klimik, just like O'Doherty, can sort of filter between both those positions quite easily, which adds another depth to the way Croydon can play, as Margouche has a ball at the back, and Croydon just happy to keep the ball at the moment. And they go long, and here is O'Doherty in the right wing position. The ball goes all the way through to John Hall.
John Hall in the, is that a turquoise kit?
It's yes, it is a turquoise kit with a black hat. It is an interesting colour, don't mind it actually. Here is Oscar Slattery with the left foot, swings it in. Cleared by Adelaide City, only as far as Martinello hits it, first time, and blocked again by Adelaide City. Looked like Kilo getting in the way there. Here's Pasir John. Bucco meets him and forces him back. Here is Klimek. He's able to line up and hits it. Deflection. Straight to the hands of John Hall.
He's done well to hold on to that and not spill it and let it go out for a corner, because that had a bit of venom from Klimek, and it also had the deflection gave it a bit of spin cycle on the ball as well, so very good hands there. Be proud of that one, won't you, Mark, with the goalkeeper union?
Oh, mate, he's well above my level, and that, for him, I'd say that's probably a bit of a training ground. Take that one. Brissan wins the flick.
Standard practice, is it?
It is for him, yep. At his level. Same with Margouche. I'd expect both of those two to take those quite easy. And Costanzo knocking the ball out of play, looking for us here in the commentary box.
I got a little bit scared for a couple of seconds there.
And quick round the grounds. One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Some results from the HPG Homes State League 1. Fulham drawing 1-1 with Modbury Jets. Adelaide Croatia Raiders beating Salisbury 2-0. Cove beating Eastern United 4-0. They were the games that were played today, as the ball is switched out to Pasir John with O'Doherty in the underlap. He goes and finds O'Doherty. Doherty goes to go wide. He's met with some determined defending there from Noah Smith, and they're gone all the way back to Bolmapore. And again, as he steps into the midfield, here's Martinello. He goes wide and finds O'Doherty. He crosses, looking for Trimble in. It's straight to the arms of John Hall. And then the RAA NPLSA will challenge there from Martinello, doesn't win it. And Adelaide City tried to play into Costanzo, but Polly will clean that one up. And a full-time results between Adelaide Comets and Campbelltown from the early game today. Campbelltown winning 1-0. Full-time at Para Hills and Burkalla, both 3 o'clock kickoffs. Para Hills 2, Burkalla 2. And the other result that was a 4 o'clock kickoff today, Sturt at home against West Adelaide, taking out that one 4-3. In the end, West Adelaide coming from 3-0 down to make it 3-2, then 4-2 and then 4-3. So it's a very exciting game, that one. I did get to see some of that game, but I missed all the goals.
Cracking goal in that one, Gonzalo Rodriguez.
I did see that, the overhead.
Overhead.
Yes, watch out for that in the highlights. There's a great tackle there from Martinello in the middle of the park, and Pasir John's able to pick it up. And he looks to take Kilo on down the Croydon right-hand side. He's just run out of room in the end. Great defending there from the youngster in Kilo.
Yeah, he had the pace to beat Kilo there and decided to try and turn back and lost the ball. I think he probably could have kept going to the byline and maybe try to either get a cross in or even win the corner. So gave him half a chance there, and Kilo did well to push him as wide as possible. Just one thing from earlier, I did mention how we were talking about O'Doherty. I said he was playing in the midfield. That's probably my bad on my half of looking at it, because he's been just about everywhere at the moment to start this game off, and he's been involved in a fair bit of what Croydon are doing when they go forward. You see the rotation, he gets to go pretty much as a freedom role when they do go forward. So look out for that. Croydon City have to be aware.
As the ball goes out to Larry Latanzio up against O'Doherty, cuts inside and finds. Here's Brissan. Flag's gone up early. Looked like Noah Smith had strayed to an offside position there. It just shows you the dangers that Noah Smith has when he gets forward. Connie.
Well, you have to have another look at that, because if the offside is against Noah Smith, it's very, very tight. Because it definitely wasn't against Brissan, because the ball was played backwards. So it was a very tight call. Margouche got a hand to it.
He did get a hand to it, yes.
Nevertheless, that's not going to count.
As Margouche goes long, looking for Pasir John. He gets the first flick, but only straight to Bucco. Bucco's able to go long, looking for Laurie Tanzio, and crosses at the far post. Here's Costanzo, brings it under control. Gets his shot away, but Polly defends it well there.
I think there'll be a few groans after that one. I think Dominic Costanzo probably could have hit that one first time. Maybe on the right foot, decided to take the touch, but Croydon did very well to get the numbers back in the box there.
Yeah, certainly allowed Polly to get back into shape and block that shot, but you can't allow a player like Bucco time and space in the middle of the park to be able to pick those passes, and especially when you've got a willing runner in the likes of Noah Smith. We saw what he did at the back end of last season. I think he ended up winning the club's best and fairest.
He was halfway through the year.
He came in halfway, played 9 games.
Just shows the quality, doesn't it? And you're going to see that now when he takes his corner.
He also played in the team against Adelaide United, the All-Stars, as Noah Smith signals for their first corner. He goes far post, cleared by Martinello. O'Doherty challenges Carachir, loses out. Here's Trimboli. Out to O'Doherty. Seems to be everywhere. He looks for Trimboli being behind, but great defending there to block off Trimboli from Corbo, just using his experience. As that ball goes long, all the way through to Margush. Here's Greco trying to evade Carachir as we do approach sort of 15 minutes of this first half. Here's Martinello. Croydon happy to keep the ball as they keep it and keep the ball moving. Here's Vivian. Wide to Passia John. He tucks inside looking for Greco. Here's the overlapping O'Doherty, back to Greco. Inside to Passia John. Adelaide City just solid defending work there. Just able to keep them out as Costanzo helps out Corbo and gives away the throw in. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA, proud sponsors of the men's RAA NPLSA. Polly will look to take this throw in right in the corner. He goes long looking for Trimboli. He gets the first touch, but only as far as Costanzo, who tries to clear but doesn't. And it goes back to Croydon, able to recycle it through Bulmer Paul. Vivian inside to O'Doherty. John looks to cut inside and does so. Finds Thomas Greco. Greco finds Klimek. Klimek's able to get the ball wide to O'Doherty. Looks to beat Bucco, but loses out. Bucco just covering in the left back role. We don't see that too often, but he's done it very well. He's out being able to play the ball out. Eventually Croydon win the ball back. Adelaide City just dwelling on the ball a little bit, Connie.
Yeah, Bucco looked up there. Costanzo's got an acre of space over this side. I know Polly's a very good defender and probably can cut that out, but I think maybe it was worth a go.
Brissan cuts that one out for Adelaide City and he finds Catano.
And we know that Bucco can play those balls, so rather interesting to see him not do it. And you said he's covering in the left back position. I mean, after 300 odd games, you probably don't have to cover back as much as the younger boys.
No, you probably don't. But now that he's sitting in that deeper role, he's sort of sitting in that 6. Did that last year as well, and for me, it's really given him a new lease on life. He's able to dictate the play from a little bit deeper, and I think Adelaide City really benefited from that last year. Vass has sort of gone, hey, let's put you in this role, and he's duly obliged. And I said I thought he was excellent last season in that role.
Yeah, well, you're going to probably expect more from Adelaide City this season. They've recruited well. They've still got those old heads that club-based men, they play for the shirt. So Bucco's one of those, and he probably is the one that dictates the pace of the game. If he gets on that ball and wants to speed it up, that's what happens. If he gets on that ball and slows down, then that also is what happens. And you can see here, He's just now waltzing his way back up, and he's probably going to get on the end of this ball in a minute.
Here is Costanzo for Adelaide City. He looks to find Latanzio. Finds him through. And he's able to beat Margouche and take the 1-0 lead. Mistake there from Vivian. Allowed the ball through. And Latanzio on the end of it.
Well, what would I know about football, Mark? I thought they was going to come back inside there and Booker was going to get on and play that ball. But instead, it was Dominic Costanzo, who also loves an assist. He's done that for the last 3 seasons in Sydney with Marconi and Apia in the championships. Not only can he score the goals, but clearly he can create them as well. And it was a bit unfortunate for Vivian there, went straight underneath his foot. And Laurie Latanzio, he also can find the back of the net, as you just seen. And Adelaide City take probably on the basis of play, they probably deserve that. Croydon still yet to hit their straps, and they had a slow start last week, and they find themselves 1-0 down again this week.
15 or 16 minutes, 17 minutes into this game, and Adelaide City have taken the lead on the One World LED and Sportal system scoreboard for your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Croydon get us back underway and able to play through the middle. Greco almost slipped, but he's got the ball to Polly. Here's Polly wide to Slattery. Croydon looking to make amends quickly, and Corbo snuffs that one out pretty quickly and plays down the line, and he'll probably win the throw if that goes out, but Bucco keeps it in. Ball inside, almost finding Costanza, but Bolmapore again cuts that one out. Here's O'Doherty, goes wide to Passia John. He goes inside, and Croydon again just happy to try and find the pass, keep the ball moving. They look for Martinello over the top, and Abatu cuts that one out, and the ball eventually goes out for a throw-in on the far side. Here is Klimek. Goes back to Lepore, who then looks to switch. He runs it out towards Slattery, but it goes inside the Trimboli, and his touch is a little loose. And Costanzo is able to pick it up for Adelaide City, and he looks to go line, but takes a deflection. Bolmapore then just takes it out over the line and throwing for Adelaide City right in front of us here. As we approach the 20th minute mark of this first half.
Flirting with a yellow card there was Bowl. Just Christian Vidicchio has it, having none of it, onto it straight away, knowing the tactics that he was trying to employ.
We were lucky enough to have a comms night, and we actually had one of the referees with us going through some of the rule changes for this season, which was great to have them there and talk us through some of those changes, which does include the goalkeepers and their 8 seconds this year and how that's going to look for them.
Unless you're Arsenal, who get 14 seconds.
Let's not talk about the EPL, because if I do, I get in trouble.
I was just talking about the rules. One thing, Mark, I did notice late towards the end of last season was that a fully fit Thomas Greco is a massive plus for this Croydon team, and he is at the centre of everything for them, and he was half the reason they got to where they got to last season. So you see him on the ball a lot, and very rarely does he lose the ball.
He is a fantastic player, and you are right there. When he is fully fit, he's certainly makes this team tick. I know George Sonas relies on him heavily throughout the season, and will look to play him. He is 31, I believe it is, this year. Great little touch there. Here's Klimek, Passia John, met by Abatu, and then surrounded by 3 Adelaide City players, and Patrick Carrichier comes away with it. Here's Brissan. Laurie Latanzio cuts inside and finds Carrichier, and Passia John goes through the back of him and wins the free kick.
One noticeable absentee from the team sheets today is Asad Kasimovic.
He got sent off last week.
So that is a big loss for them.
Yep, he saw red in round 1.
Yeah, not ideal.
No, it was about the 60th, about the hour mark I think it was, that he saw red.
he was actually playing quite well up until that point.
69th minute, apologies.
So yeah, that 69 minutes that he did play was of very good quality. You could just see that's one of the signings they've brought in this season.
Yep.
A big loss for them tonight. As you look at the pace they've got, it's probably given Dom his start, but what a like for like sort of.
I was going to say, to be
fair,
if you lose a Sarkasumovic, but you can bring in Dom Costanzo, then you're sort of going, actually,
no real loss.
Yeah, and that's what both these sides have done this year. I feel both sides have built squads. They've got depth all over the park, which is what's needed to win a title. Vivian lets that go under, and Brissan's onto it quickly, but Vivian recovers. That's the second time he's let that ball just get under his boot a little bit.
Might need to put the bigger studs in.
You might need to. You don't want to go too big on this artificial, though. Paul cleans up, and he comes away with Martinello looking for Oscar Sutter in behind, and it's going to be a battle between him and Corbo, and he gets there first and into the box. Cross all the way through, but behind Trimboli, and Abatu's able to effectively walk away with it. Here's Carachea. Costanzo looks to go inside and does so, and then looks for Noah Smith, and who's popped up into the middle of the park, and here's Laurie Latanzio at left back at the moment. You see Adelaide City, both Adelaide City and Croydon, very fluid in their movements, very fluid in positions with players. Here's Hall goes long looking for Latanzio on that far side. He loses out to O'Doherty, but the ball goes out for a throw-in to Adelaide City on that far side.
It's the first time Corbo's been beaten in the first 22 and a bit minutes here. Was that one there with Slattery. He's a no-nonsense sort of defender, Corbo.
Returning after a short stint with Raiders. Passy John looks for the switch, but Costanzo cuts that one out. Goes wide to Catano. He's up against Slattery. Goes for Costanzo. Costanzo up against Polly. Corbo's made the run inside, and he's tried to get it to him, and he has, but can't quite get the work the 1-2 there for the two of them. But nice little idea there from Costanzo and Corbo.
He made a heck of a run there, Corbo, didn't he?
He
40-odd yard dash to get into that position.
Certainly did. Here's Croydon now with the ball. Here's Martinello. Greco. Oh, great little pass through there, and Martinello's able to find Passy John. Well played there from Croydon. Passy John unfortunately can't find feet. All he's done is given the ball to Catano, who's gone wide to Laurie Latanzio, who's into the box. Cuts into his right, but defended well there from O'Doherty, and eventually wins the corner. Croydon keep the ball, but then Adelaide City, where they're quick to go, they go.
Yeah, Croydon sort of fall on their own sword there, didn't they? They played a couple of one-touch passes, and then that second pass that came back inside was misplaced. And like I mentioned before, when Greco's on the ball, they look great. They try to get it back to him, they missed him, and then he'd already made a forward run, so that's where that 3v2 opportunity came, with Laurie Latanzio dashing down that left side, which is not the first time we've seen it, and they win another corner.
And this time it's Bucco on the far side to take this one. Arms up.
He can score from here, can't he?
He certainly can. Let's see what he does this time. Arms are up. Players move. Abatu goes far post, and that's gone well over the back. Abatu's managed to keep it in and bounced up, and Margouche happily takes that and releases Polly. Polly will go down the line, and he's put a lot onto that for Trimboli to chase up against Corbo. Corbo's done well, but Trimboli wins it out eventually. He crosses, and Greco has the shot, sends that one over the bar.
It was quite impressive there by Trimboli. I thought he had probably 5 yards to make up, and he got there, and Corbo sort of stepped on the ball and it fell for him. And then again, Greco making those runs into the box looks so dangerous.
Trimboli certainly turned on the afterburners there. Adelaide City go short on this goal kick and find Brissan.
Seems to have gotten himself into some reasonable shape this off-season, Oliver Trimboli. Of course, Luca Trimboli on the bench tonight for Croydon, so Could we see both of them at the same time tonight, Mark?
Well, we certainly could do. Certainly could do, that's for sure. They actually did play a few minutes together last weekend, as Luca Trimboli came on in came on at half time last week in their win over Para Hills, and Oliver went off in the 60th minute of that game. So they did get a short stint together.
Not long enough, if you ask me.
Not long enough, no.
Get them on together.
Makes it easier for us.
They both scored last week, so
they certainly
Croydon will be
yes.
looking for that again tonight.
Luca did have a bit of a injury late in pre-season that's put him a little bit behind the 8 ball, hence why he's having to come off the bench at the moment. He's still rebuilding his fitness. As Adelaide City eventually play out through Noah Smith, he steps into the Croydon half. Blocked there by Martinello, and he comes away with it. He looks for Trimboli and finds him. Trimboli into the box, hits it. Cross goalkeeper, and John Hall saves it down low to his right. Cleared only as far as Greco. Greco beats one into the box. Beats two, goes wide looking for the overlap. Great defending there from Kilo to prevent Klimek getting into the box.
Yeah, Croydon seem to have turned it up a notch here. 2025 NPL champions, as you can see on that sign across. There's a reason for it. They do have some quality when they get going. And Trimboli forcing Hall into what John Hall would probably say is a standard save, but he still had to get down the save and keep it out of the net.
He did well to get down. It was well hit, but you are right. Something that he would, again, I think one of those standard saves for a keeper of John Hall's experience. As the ball comes in from Polly, and Hall happily just punches that one straight up and onto the roof of his net. Dangerous delivery there from Polly.
Dangerous delivery, and Hall sort of wasn't too sure where that was actually going to go. He sort of he got two good hands to it the first time, and then was just hoping that it drifted over, and it did. But he's going to have to deal with that in-swinging Polly delivery again here, Mark.
That he is. Crowded 6-yard box, one arm up. Polly swings in, far post this time, and it's going to go all the way over, and no one's able to do anything with that one.
It may not look like it because the game's been played mostly sort of, the ball's been kept on the floor, but we can feel it now. There's a breeze that has come across Regency Park here.
Yeah, it's only slight, but it's enough. When I was out on the pitch before the game, there was certainly a breeze, but it's not overly noticeable, but it's just enough that it does affect the ball flight. You can see the corner flag just moving around a little bit as Adelaide City goes short again. Smith switches, looking for Costanzo, and finds him. Back to Patrick Carachia. Bucco, Carachia happily keep the ball at their feet and move it around. Eventually they get it to Abatu, and he will slowly work his way forward as Croydon allow him to have the ball. And I'm seeing a bit of a common theme there, Connie, where Croydon are allowing Adelaide City to have the ball in those areas. And then when they get to the halfway, they'll start to apply some pressure and try and win it.
Yeah, they do. They sort of let them have them in these areas, and they pick a backward pass where they want to press it. Here it goes all the way back to Hall now, and Trimboli slowly closes him, and Hall just got away with that pass. Then you see Adelaide City, they just got so much quality to get themselves out of those situations as well.
Here is Abatu on the ball, finds Brisson, and he's able to turn and run at the back line. He goes wide to Noah Smith, who crosses, cleared by Vivian, out for a corner to Adelaide City, which means Bucco will make his way over to the far side of the pitch.
It might not look like much, but that clearance there for Vivian might do him a world of confidence, because he's had a couple of little slip-ups early in the first half there, and he saw that sort of one there. He wanted to make sure that went out of the danger zone and pick himself back up.
Yes, exactly right. There is the first goal for Laurie Latanja was from a mistake from Vivian. The ball went under his foot as Bucco, two arms up. I guess this means he's going to go far post, looking for Abatu, who's at the top of the box, and he's about to make his run, and he does. Ball swung in, Margouche gets a big fist to that and out to the 18. Hit by Karachia first time. What an effort that was. Blocked in the end by Bolmapur. That falls kindly in the end to Slattery, who's able to play Trimboli. Trimboli looks to beat Corbo, but doesn't, and it's a throw into Adelaide City.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision there. Trimboli upset, but definitely come back off his leg. Vidico was in a perfect spot to pick it as well.
As was his assistant referee there. And they go all the way back to John Hall, and they will rebuild through Kilo, finding Karachia able to turn. Former Croydon man himself, Patrick Karachia.
Playing game 200 tonight.
It is. I'm glad you said that, because I did have that in my notes.
Didn't mean to steal your thunder there,
No,
mate.
it's all good. I'm glad you mentioned it.
It took us 30-odd minutes to get there, but we got there.
That's exactly right. That's why I'm glad you mentioned it. Should have announced that one during the lineups. Here's Smith, able to tuck inside with the ball and does so very well. And now he's opened his legs. He's looking for Kitano, who brings that under control beautifully, holds him off and scores! What a beautiful goal there from Kitano as Margouche comes out. Kitano picks his spot.
Well, the build-up to that goal was simply irresistible. Noah Smith, we've spoken about his quality early on. That touch inside off his chest was brilliant. Past his player. It's what you want to teach all the young kids. Get your touch past your defender, which is what he did. The ball into Kitano, held off Bolmapur, and finished past Margouche, and Adelaide City find themselves 2 goals to the good. And I was going to say earlier on, Mark, they haven't played that great, but they find themselves 2-0 up, and there's still players like Costanzo and Paddy Karachia that haven't really got themselves involved in the game overly tonight, and they're 2-0 up.
They are 2-0 up. One was probably a little bit fortunate with the mistake, but that one there's no mistake in that one at all. Beautiful play there from Adelaide City, and the strength Kitano showed there to hold off the likes of Bolmapur, and then the cool and calmness to be able to finish past an onrushing Margouche. Croydon now have a lot of work to do in the remaining 15 minutes or so of this first half. And as you said, it's 2-0 to Adelaide City on the One World LED and Sportal systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions scoreboard. And that is Kitano's first goal for the season. There's also, as Costanzo's in behind here, he's able to get back inside onto his left, but surrounded out by Polly in the end, who did very well to track and force him backwards. Here's Bucco. Oh, almost able to slip that ball through, and in fact, eventually blocked by Croydon, but here's Oscar Slattery. As Laurie Latanzio tracks him all the way back. He, again, surrounded by 2 players, and wins the free kick off Patrick Karachia, who felt that one. As Thomas Greco got the ball moving very quickly, and Karachia's certainly in some trouble at the moment. He's gone down as the ball is on the far side with O'Doherty. As they do put the ball out for Karachia to receive some treatment here in the 35th minute.
Looks like it might be a head injury earmarked.
It's his
driver. Sorry,
Yeah.
he was holding the head. Okay, yep. Now he just put his hand on his right
from
driver.
the hit that he just gave away the free kick.
Maybe a bit of a cork thigh.
Yes.
Never good. Should we do some around the grounds while we got this stoppage?
I was going to say,
in
why
play?
not? Can he go for it?
So the other NPL game being played currently, it's half-time. North Eastern Metro Stars 1, Playford 1. We have State League 1 matches also half-time. Adelaide Cobras 3, South Adelaide 0.
Oof.
Cumberland United, they're playing at home. They are 0, and Adelaide Atletico with a 1-0 lead there. And not too sure what's happened. Or hang on, we may have a bit of an update. Adelaide Olympic versus Adelaide Blue Eagles has been suspended due to a serious injury.
Oh.
The score was 0-0 at the time.
That's never good. I do not like hearing that.
So hopefully that...
Hopefully it's nothing.
It's not serious.
I was going to say, hopefully it's not too serious, and the fact that, yes, it's serious at the moment, but it's not a serious injury, and we'll see what happens there. But very interesting.
We want a football news flash.
course.
Juan Mata has scored for Melbourne Victory.
Oh, in the A-League.
Looks like Paddy Carachier's got a bit of a hobble, but he's come back on. Might have just to run that one off. That's what they used to tell us to do, isn't it?
Exactly right. They brought the magic sponge out and it was run it off.
Run it off. Got a broken leg, run it off.
Yep, exactly. Adelaide City gain possession eventually in the corner there, and Bucco clears. Croydon regained possession. Here's Klimek. He looks to cross for Trimboli, but Kilo wins the free kick there, shields him out of it, and wins the free kick.
A couple handbags here. Handbags being thrown around. Adelaide City not happy with Trimboli for some reason here. I didn't quite see what happened. He had three Adelaide City players over the top of him, and now Vadicchio's come in to sort it out.
Trimboli's not happy with the way things were going, but the fact that he lost the free kick as well.
He's been a little bit upset since that throw-in went against him right in front of us here.
Yeah, he's not getting much luck in the way of service at the moment.
Vadicchio wants to have a little bit more of a chat here, Mark.
Yeah, so this is part of the new rule, is that he'll bring over a player and the captain. So the player that he wants to have a chat about, and he'll bring the captain over as well. Try and prevent the crowding of referees this year. So you'll see that they'll tell them to go away, and then they'll pull over the captain and the player that is involved. And he's done so, and everyone gets on their merry way, and they'll get the game underway again as we approach 38 minutes here. We'll approach 38th minute mark. Here's Abatu. He goes to Noel Smith. He looks to go line. Cut out there by O'Doherty, but Brissan picks it up and finds Laurie Latanzio on the wing. He's able to get past Vivian with pace. Cuts back inside into the box. Goes down. Christian Vadicchio waves his hands away from that one. The ball will get eventually all the way through to Margouche.
He went down a little bit too easy there, Laurie Latanzio. I know it was contact, but not enough for a penalty. It's always going to happen when you've got someone who's nearly 6 odd foot up against you.
Latanzio is not exactly the tallest, but he is very quick, as he just showed there.
Well, that was going to be my next point. By foot, though, he is causing a lot of trouble over that left-hand side.
Here's Polly, and he can't get his touch right, and that will go out for a goal kick, as you were saying.
It's just everything is sorted down that side at the moment for Adelaide City, and you can see why Laurie Latanzio over time is able to get past that defender and either cut the ball back or cross it into dangerous areas for Adelaide City. Of course, opened the scoring tonight for Adelaide City and has looked dangerous ever since. Adelaide City are right. I think they really want to. They're probably going to push for the next 5 or so minutes here. Maybe try and get another one. If they do, it could be big trouble for Croydon leading into half-time.
It's already a hill that they've got to climb. They don't want to be climbing a mountain if they concede again before half-time, as John Hall will go along with this goal kick.
Can you just see that hold up just slightly?
Yeah, just enough. As Noel Smith puts his boot through that one, and that again holds up, and it was a free kick.
Yeah, the breeze is pushing back that way.
It is, yes. These two teams have played 92 times in league fixtures, with Adelaide City winning 47 of those games, drawing 24, and Croydon winning 21 of those games. So Adelaide City certainly in the ascendancy there, as Trimboli brings that under control well, and Kilo comes through and wins it back, and Corbo eventually just puts his boot through it, and again that's going to hold up in that breeze that we were talking about, and Vivian wins the head. Bucco, neither side can get their foot on it at the moment, and Abatu does so, and he finds Brissan able to turn and face forward. And in finals, played 7. Only met 7 times in finals football, with Adelaide City winning 3 of those, Croydon winning 2 of them. There have been 3 draws, which I'm assuming would then go to penalties, depending on whereabouts they are in finals. Is that it's all the way through to Margouche?
I know one of them was definitely a grand final.
One was, yeah. was also the two games last year, the finals last year, where Croydon, you were there.
Red card.
Were you playing?
No, just watching from the stands.
As Trimboli goes into the book of Christian Verdicchio for the first yellow of the evening in the 42nd minute, just before half-time.
Yeah, I just overheard Christian Verdicchio there. He just said to Trimboli, go away unless you want another card.
Yep.
So Trimboli's, we've mentioned a couple of times, just sort of getting a little bit upset in...
Walking a bit of a tightrope.
Yeah, he's walking the tightrope now, but he's probably maybe upset that he's not getting that ball at his feet up top, and chances aren't coming, so he's probably just a bit frustrated at the moment.
Yeah, he
needs to keep his head a little bit here.
He's certainly not getting the service that he needs. Bucco and Corbo over this ball. Corbo goes short. Bucco looks for Catano, but Polly cuts that one out. Here's Greco for Croydon. Martinello. Here's Slattery. He's able to go line again, sending Trimboli down that line, but Kilo's going to get there first and does so. It's been a really good battle between young Kilo and young Trimboli. I can say they're both young, but I mean, they are both only in their 20s.
What are you comparing it to?
Well, compared to me, everyone's young. That's for sure. I mean, Lewis Kilo's only 20.
Sorry, you set yourself up for the
question, mate. And Trimboli's only 22, so both very young, and yes, I am very old. So here's Slattery. Does well to get past 2. Can't get past Bucco, and eventually goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Adelaide City just out muscling Croydon at the moment.
They are.
Not just as a intended pun there, but literally a bit more physical in all aspects in this game so far. Their challenges are a lot more stern. They're winning all the second balls, and even little 1%ers like that where they've got to body the ball out. Croydon aren't able to do it.
No, Adelaide City certainly have the ascendancy in this game in every aspect, in terms of the scoreline and the physical nuances of this game. As it is, as I look out, there's a decent crowd here as well tonight here at Regency Park for this fixture, the late one of the round. As you said earlier, there are a few other games going on. I think this was the latest kickoff at 7:30. Here's Adelaide's Catano looking for Costanzo. Polly gets it just in time and able to put it out for a throw-in, but that was dangerous there for Adelaide City.
Yeah, well, I mentioned earlier, or not too long ago, that City might try and push, and that was a good chance there. Polly had to get a foot in, otherwise Dominic Costanzo was in on goal. And we have seen over the past couple of seasons what happens when he gets in those positions. It's good to have him back here in South Australia playing in our local competition after a very successful stint at Marconi.
I have to ask him next time I see him what's with the number.
Yeah,
it's not a usual number. Same with Paddy Carachia at number 80. I think he wants number 8, but maybe can't get it. But
I've got a funny feeling the 87 has to be sentimental of some sort of value. I could be wrong, but may find out after the game for next time.
Here is Adelaide City regaining possession.
Carachia is still carrying that injury too. You see him hobbling around a little bit.
Be interesting to see if he comes out for the second half. Once he's sat down in the change rooms at half time, things start to seize as the ball goes long. Costanzo wins the flick, but only as far as Mapor. He goes all the way back to Margouche, but he's 2 players closing him down from Adelaide City, and he goes long. And Abatu wins that header first, and Klimek cleans up. Here's Pasir John. Goes back to Mapor. As we do tick over into time added here at Regency Park in this RAA NPLSA clash between Croydon and Adelaide City, as Corbo wins the first one. Slattery puts him under pressure and wins it back. He's able to get the ball to Polly, but Polly can't deliver. He wins it back, and Corbo can now try and clear, but Greco tries to win the corner but doesn't, and it eventually goes out for a goal kick. can't be too much time added for this half. I wouldn't have thought so. There was no slight injury. There was the injury stoppage for Patrick Carachia.
Maybe one, maybe two. I'd be interested though, Mark. I've just had a little thought in my head.
Yeah.
Is Pasir John for Croydon, this is, to get them back in the game? Well, there's no extra time. So before we go to the break, my thought is Pasir John did his best work on the left-hand side most of last season, cutting in. I wonder if that's something that they might have to go to in the second half to get back in this game.
Well, they've got to come up with a solution, and that's for George and his coaching staff to work out as we do go into half-time here at Regency Park. We're going to take a short break. Join us on the other side of it for the second half of the RAA NPLSA Round 2 clash between Croydon and Adelaide City.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Welcome football fans, one and all, to the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final, a night where history beckons. Under the lights here tonight, one team will end their years of wait and finally add another elusive star upon their crest, while the other will face heartbreak and their dreams of glory will have to wait yet another year. It's the Metro Stars Soccer Club facing up against Croydon Football Club. And we're underway here. We have a lift-off in the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final. You can hear the noise already.
Success in this game. Hopefully for him that changes tonight.
First corner of the day by Michael Tridini. Near post. Walls with a header. And it's a great save from Daniel Margosh near to to his post on the right there, but it's the first chance of the day, Mark, and it's a great delivery. Goes again, Chidadini looking for that near post. This time it's a Croydon head. Out to Satira with the volley. Not sure if the goalkeeper had sight of that one, but it's just gone past the near post. Here's Oscar Slattery looking to deliver. It's a great ball in as well. Nobody's there for Croydon. And now John will try and clean this up at the back post. John on his left foot, strikes. And deflected out for the first corner for Croydon, Mark. A great delivery there from young Oscar Slattery. Again off the boot of Polly. Celebrated his 150th game this year. Out Trimboli with a right-footed strike, and that's far and wide, but an early sider there for Croydon and their leading marksman this season, Luca Trimboli. Here's his delivery now, near post. Good defensive header. Still going to come to Hisamoto with a strike on the left. Didn't connect with that one as he would have liked, and goes far over the bar.
Yeah, they know that the fact is they've got the ability to get the ball into play, and this is where they can catch teams out.
That missed header has led it to Chidadini on the edge of the box, has a strike deflected. Porter's there, the goalkeeper is too. I think he might have been offside there, Porter, but Daniel Margosh putting himself in the danger area.
Really does a lot of hard work, and a lot of work that people don't normally see a lot of.
Passio John doing the work to find Klimek free, and now it's Trimboli with a left-footed strike. Caught neatly on the volley there, but he can't find the target, Mark.
Press a little bit higher, press a little bit harder, and it's proof in the pudding now.
Back to Klimek, first time delivery. Finds all the way out to Styles, who tries to lift it far post for Slattery, wins the header. Trimboli, does he get a second opportunity? He's going to go with his left again. And now John with Nagel. John has the strike. It's just past the far post, Mark.
Supremacy with that ball and on the park.
Here's Visser back with the ball at his feet. It's a sight for Metro fans to enjoy. Woodfin now finds the free man. Satira puts a ball in. More fantastic work there from young Chris Vivian, getting in the way once again, Mark. And
he's a zip, and we've seen that by the fact that the passing has been fantastic.
That's an excellent ball from Chidadini to his opposing winger in Visser. He's going 1v1, trying to favour onto that left foot. It is strike. But over the bar, and it's not deflected either, as Visser's trying to claim, but
him in the side.
Playing his 32nd game today. It's also in line with Jackson Walls and his goalkeeper there in Cody Ostrike. And the other three to play all games this season. Now we're in the box with Chidadini, has a strike. It's got not enough power on it as Margush can come, and he may give a word there to, looks like, here's Polly. Great deep delivery, Mapaw's there with a header. It's a great save though. Cody Ostrike down to his right, push it out for a corner, but
another 45, very similar to the first 45. Both teams willing to attack, both teams throwing themselves on the line to defend.
Now McNamara has to deal with this. Hisamoto's going to beat him to the ball. Looks to have a strike's deflected, and it's in, Mark! Into the top right corner, and it's Maya Hisamoto who opens the scoring here in the RA NPLSA final. And what a goal it is, Mark.
We said they've started 100 mile an hour, both teams going for it. Croydon, first team to capitalise. Noel McNamara can't clear his lines. He's gone to hook it out. Trimboli read where he was going to go, managed to get the block in. It fell kindly to Hisamoto. Then Hisamoto able to get his shot on target.
Came out on the winning side of that occasion. So far in grand finals for Metro, he's not been so lucky. There's another turnover in the middle of the park. Trimboli, his touch is loose, but he beats Gow to the ball. Now he switches it. Excellent vision from Trimboli to find Passio John. He has the strike and it's deflected. And not more great defensive work from wingers. That was Chidadini all the way back. High boot there by Martinelli, but he's going to win the ball. Looks to deliver near post. No touch forthcoming for Croydon.
Up, Ren obviously, then Nagamatsu moved on. Windsor's come in. So when you're playing a side like this, that just allows you the opportunities as well.
Right in the thick of things there with a great touch. Looking for the return by Visser. Shapes to shoot instead, and maybe that was the wrong option as it skies well over the bar. But a good first introduction there for Owen Windsor. Took the ball down.
Coming off, but I think they'll be on fairly soon, unlike the delay to Owen Windsor when he made his entry due to an issue with the colour of his socks.
Ball comes in and it's a big chance there. Another switcher play by Woodfin. It's excellent to Visser. He's got to look to put a ball in here. Looks for the cutback instead. It's Chidadini. It's deflected. We're going to see another chance here on the break. Greco has fed Alexander Good. But his shot is deflected out, and there was some good defending there by
Yeah.
Metro Stars.
Exactly.
Yeah, that will take him on or look for the pass. He looks for the pass instead. And he spun well there, Windsor. And it's Chittadini with only the goalkeeper to beat. Takes it past him. And he can't find the back of the net. It's cleared off the line there by Vivian. But it's still alive here for Metro. And they'll win in the Shield final as well. So he's a man for the big occasion. And he might be the one to finish things off here tonight. But struggling to clear their lines here at Croydon. Visser trying to find the feet at Windsor. He's in behind, takes it past another one at Windsor. Too close to the goalkeeper, and Croydon will clear mark. But they're really pushing up. Can Croydon seal things off here with a second? Delivery into the box. It's dangerous, and it's just over. Additional time.
I was going to say that was just announced around the ground, the 6 minutes, and that's the boos from Croydon side of the grandstand.
D'Angelo's in the box now, looking for a cross, and it's in! It's Woodfin, the hero! The Americans got them back in the clash, Mark, and it's at the death here. He's just nicked into the near post. We said it might have been too late, but it's never too late for the Americans.
No, we always said it might be too late, but Metro have always got the opportunity. You can never write them off. And we thought that was a little bit odd that Woodfin was getting the ball rolling quickly, but it allowed McNamara to swing that ball into the far post. D'Angelo fighting, and we're going to head to extra time by the looks of it.
What a moment for Metro Stars. They're back in this game, and we look like we're heading to extra time, but there's still 5 minutes to play here, Mark. And by all means, there could be more chances. Still in the box, and it's another goal! And it's Andre Cole, the hero for Croydon! We thought it was over, but it's not over, and Croydon look like they're going to go all the way to the win.
We can't say that now. We cannot say that now. We've just seen 2 goals in the space of a minute.
We said he was the man for the big occasions, Andre Cole, and he hasn't had too many this year, but this could be the biggest for him. Goals in grand finals. Who else do you call for but Mr. Andre Cole, Mark?
He's had a rough season. He's just come up and possibly won it for Croydon. Passage on all the hard work he's put in this whole game. Puts in an absolute delightful ball.
McNamara can clear. Only to Martinello. A slip. Greco. Can he seal it with a third? It's deflected, and it's going to be a corner, Mark. That's another clearance. And the whistle's in the mouth of Regis Quefalek, and your champions for 2025 are Croydon FC. After 8 long years of wait, the crown is finally theirs, and it's going back to Bologna, Mark. It's bedlam there on the pitch. Your 2025 REA NPLSA champions. 6th time champions of SA here. And they're back on top, Croydon. The underdogs tonight, but they're going to be heroes for years.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think something most people don't realise about being a referee is how rewarding it actually is, and like the amount of friends and mates you make along the way. Like, it's just a really great community. I was really nervous. I just got a random call up and I went out to the ground, but it was really great. Like, I had great support my first game, and it was really good to just be surrounded by people who did support me. I love officiating football because it's really rewarding, and like, it's a great way to be still a part of the game even if you aren't playing. I think my "this is why I do it" moment was this year actually. I made my debut as an A-League official, and just being in front of like a big crowd was really cool to have experience, and it clicked in that moment. I was like, yeah, this is 100% why I do it. I have a great support system like here at FSA behind me. I would 100% say to someone who was thinking of becoming a referee to absolutely just go for it. Like, it's not as scary as you think it might be. Like, it's really good.
And welcome back for the second half of the RAA NPLSA Round 2 clash between Croydon and Adelaide City. As Croydon get us underway, trailing 2-0. There's a ball in behind. Here's Polly, looks to cross and does so. Cleared by Adelaide City. So that wasn't Polly, that was crossing that. It was actually the half-time substitution, so I will get to that in just a second. As Vivian puts his boot through that, and that goes high. Passia John's underneath that, as is Noah Smith, and he wins the header. Here's Costanzo with the flick, but straight through to Mapor. Thank you, Connie. I'll let you do the subs if you like, my friend.
Well, without seeing a number, I'm pretty sure it's Yuya Kato that's come on for Slattery on that left-hand side. And sometimes I know what I'm talking about, and I thought they might have needed to make a change on that left-hand side just for half-time. Here they go down the right. Not a great delivery. Looks like he's hurt himself there. Doherty may have rolled an ankle. Play's going to stop here for a free kick, and Slattery might get some attention. But I did mention just before half-time, Mark, that Croydon's avenues down that left-hand side needed to maybe be exploited a little bit more in attack, and that's what they've done. They've brought on Cato for Slattery,
who did score on debut last week for Croydon in that win over Para Hills.
And you can see
scored in the 35th minute. Also got booked as well
in the minute and a bit that we've played. That Passia John has also made his way into a
right-hand
wide
side.
area.
Yep.
So I've hit the nail on the head, I reckon.
He's now on the right-hand side.
I do think that he is effective on the right, but he also can cause trouble on the left because he can cut in and have that shot, which we saw last year when they played Adelaide United at Coopers. He did it twice in the same game.
Did it twice in the same game. As O'Doherty just getting some treatment and will make his way off the pitch. We'll just see if he's okay to continue, as I did find that Patrick Caracci is still on the park, so he obviously got through the half-time break all right, got some treatment, and he's back out there. As it will be a drop ball in favour of Adelaide City. And it is, and Bucco will go backwards.
Yeah, Caracci is a pretty tough nut, isn't he?
He certainly is. Here's Vivian with the clearance. Bucco cleans up for Adelaide City, and he goes and finds Bressan. Bressan's able to look for Latanzio, but can't find him. And here's Passia John, as we mentioned him earlier, and he gives the ball away. Well covered there by Klimek. Here is Passia John. He can't get past the three Adelaide City players. They're all very scrappy at the moment. Eventually, Bressan's able to poke that one back to Yared Abatu, but he then looks for Carachia, and he can't find Catano. Again, still very scrappy. Here is Adelaide City on the right, across. And Christian Vidico's awarded a penalty.
Yeah, well, Costanzo looked up, and what I like about it is he's looked up, seen that Yuki Kitano's free in the box. He's gone to whip it in. In the first half, he took a couple of extra touches he didn't need to, and this time he's changed what he's doing, and the fortunes are with him. They've got a penalty.
I'm not sure if that was off Martinello or if it was Vivian in the end. But either way, penalty for Adelaide City to make it 3-0 and within the first 4 minutes of this second half, which will mean Croydon have a mountain to climb for the rest of this second half as Bucco steps up for this penalty, facing Margush. And Bucco goes wide. He's missed. Margush went the right way, and Bucco has sent it wide.
Well, I actually can't believe what's just happened. Maybe Bucco's a bit too close. Maybe he prefers to be outside the box, Mark.
Well, he certainly doesn't miss from outside the box with his free kicks, but...
and to be fair, Margush picked it as well, so he may have even saved it if it was on target.
He did go the right way, and Croydon are making a triple substitution in the first 5 minutes of this half. Vivian, Greco and Passia John all off. Styles, Trimboli, And I'll just wait for this last one to turn around. I can tell you who this one is, but I'd hazard the guess this might be Alex Good, yes. So, George not liking what he's seeing in the first 5 minutes of this second half, and he's made the change.
Well, I didn't get a glance over at the bench before the penalty, so I'm not too sure if they were ready before the penalty or if it was a split-second thing where that the penalty was given and they made the change. But nevertheless, even though they didn't score the penalty, the changes were made.
So what does that mean now for Croydon? I will talk you through what that looks like positional-wise in just a second as Trimboli looks to play through Luca Trimboli. And he's through. Pass Adelaide, but can't beat Kilo. As Good picks it up and he crosses. John Hall claims. But it looks like it's going to be a... Ned Stiles will drop into the holding role in the middle of the park. As that ball's over the top for Catano to run onto. He's in behind Martinello, who tracks back, clears it, and it's Laurie Latanzio will let that go out for a corner. And it looks like Luca Trimboli will go up top. Oliver Trimboli will drop into a 10 roll. Cato will be on the left wing, Good on the right wing. It looks like Martinello will drop into the centre of defence alongside Bolmapore. So some big changes there for Croydon. Very early in this second half, as we've only just ticked over 51 minutes. 6 minutes into this RAA NPLSA round 2 clash here at Regency Park, home of Croydon. As Bucco will swing this one in. He goes near post. Try to flick on by Abatu, but cleared by Martinello. Bucco regains possession, looks to beat him, gets into the box. And hits it, and it's in! He can't score from the penalty spot, but he'll score from a tighter angle.
I told you he was too close from the penalty spot.
As Bucco adds to his tally with a second goal of the season and first one tonight to make it 3-0. On the One World LED and Sportal systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions scoreboard. Adelaide City take a 3-0 lead.
Well, you see the change up there straight away. First half, they were whipping balls into the box from the corner. It wasn't working. They've changed it up there. They've gone short. And Bucco, who else would you want on the end of it? And he was really determined to make up for that penalty miss, and he's done just that and putting his team 3-0 up. And a massive mountain now.
Yes, it is certainly a massive mountain now for Croydon. They've just made their triple substitution. They've made 4 substitutions in total now, so they've only got 1 left for the remainder of this second half. So it's a big mountain to climb. And also chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA. As Croydon now, as we just mentioned, have a mountain to climb. 3-0 down. 54 minutes played as Margouche has the ball. He goes wide looking for Martinello. He gets it just before Laurie Latanzio, and he also wins the free kick.
Laurie Latanzio, they just left the foot in there on Martinello, didn't he?
Just a little.
Probably fortunate to get away with a yellow, maybe. He's going to have a little bit of a chat to him, Vidicchio. Maybe just telling him that's his last sort of warning.
Just his last warning. Yeah, he gets away, no booking there.
Well, speaking of mountains to climb, Mark, this one here for Croydon is huge, but there's also a big mountain for Metro Stars, down to 10 men and down 2-1 to Playford on the other side of town.
Wowzers. Wonder who's been sent off there. We'll update you if we do have any updates on that one for you. As Adelaide City look to come forward again. Here's Bucco. He goes wide to Corbo. He goes even further wide to, looks like Catano's drifted out to the right wing, and he's looked for Carachia in behind. He's got him inside the box as Ned Stiles goes down. And he wins the goal kick. And we do have an update on the Olympic game, which was it's been suspended at the 36th minute due to an injury to a player from Adelaide Blue Eagles. And it was a serious injury from what we can tell. So
serious but okay, fortunately.
We hope that he's going to be okay. as Adelaide City win the ball back, and here's Martinello. Gets caught with it a little bit. And here's Laurie Latanzio. He's able to get forward, but Martinello cuts that one out. Here's Good. He goes back to O'Doherty. Looks to find Luca Trimboli, but Bucco's there to cut that one out. Croydon regained possession. Here's Bucco on the left wing. Goes inside and finds Daniel Brassan. He goes and finds Noah Smith, who was playing centrally at the moment. And as I said, Adelaide City, both these teams very fluent in the way their players move and can alter their positional sense and mid-game and allow that free-flowing football. Here's Klimek. He looks for Cato, but that's cut out. And here's Noah Smith. His ball is in behind Costanzo, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick.
Speaking of Noah's, Noah McNamara, the player sent off for Metro Stars down at TK Shuttle Reserve. Remains 2 Playford, 1 Metro Stars with 6 minutes to go there, Mark. That's a massive upset, you could say.
Only 6 minutes to go.
Yep, that one started a little bit earlier than this one.
Kicked off at 7 o'clock. It's a bit scrappy there in the middle of the park, and Adelaide City eventually come away with it.
So with all those changes that Croydon made, it sort of looks like Martinello's floating between a centre-back position and defensive midfield when they're on the ball. So
yeah, he's dropped back into a traditional centre-back role, but again, happy to get forward when the opportunity arises.
Well, something that blew my mind was the start of the second half. Bolmapore found himself as a central midfielder. And George clearly didn't like the way that looked when they gave that penalty away, so he made a change straight away, and Bowles gone straight back to centre-back. Martinello's joined him at centre-back, and Vivian came off. So just throwing the magnets around like you've been doing up here. Making us work up here to figure out who's playing where.
They certainly have been. Here's Martinello. He looks to find Good on this near side. And ball goes out. Noel Smith will happily take the throw. And Adelaide City in a commanding 3-0 lead at this present moment in time.
Did you see there was a yellow card brandished there as well?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I think it was Kilo, the centre-back for City, on the yellow card there for the foul in the middle of the park.
Here is Cato. He looks for Trimboli, but that's going to drift all the way through. And Oliver Trimboli turns again on the afterburners, and he gets there. And he wins the free kick from Yared Abatu just outside the box. And Abatu goes into the book as well.
Both centre-backs on yellows now. That's a bit dangerous.
It is.
In the blink of an eye, things can change. And Croydon will be crossing everything to make sure that happens. They will be wanting to really try and score from this situation.
It'll be the start of their mountain if they can get a result or get a positive result out of this free kick, as it looks like they are making their final substitution, as it's Luke Klimek making way for Croydon, and it looks like it will be Bartovsky coming on. So an attacking change again for Croydon.
And all 5 changes now,
and all 5 changes, that's it. They've now got half hour to play without them. And you might hear some cheering. It sounds like he's got his own fan club just in front of us.
I would not be surprised if Luca Trimboli actually has a direct
shot
here. He scored some crackers last season, so it's not past him to really test John Hall here. It is tight.
Let's see what he does. As we're just waiting, there's a discussion between Christian Verdicam and James Polly as Trimboli goes short to Styles and gets it back. He goes and finds Polly on the far side. They've worked it out to Santana Bartowski, but he clips it in and cleared by Adelaide City. So in the end, from a promising position, they've gone all the way back to their halfway line and actually all the way back to Margush in goal. And Brissan happy to put him under pressure as Ned Styles wins that one. He looks to go in behind for Kato and finds him, but he can't bring it under control. Ball goes out on the far side. Disappointing there for Croydon.
I'm inclined to think that wasn't the plan before Trimboli took that free kick.
And that's given a chance for Adelaide City to go to the bench for the first time this evening. And it looks like Bressan and Patrick Carachia making way. So maybe just some fresh legs in the middle of the park for Adelaide City.
Looks like Pahas has come on.
Giorgio Pahas coming on. And we'll go straight into the middle of the park for Carachia.
If we talk about attacking options, Skimitzi's another one who can score goals.
And he's just come on for Daniel Bressan. Here's Adelaide City going forward, but cleared by Polly, and they've got Adelaide City got to throw on the far side.
So you look at the attacking option, both teams have now played a few kills. Croydon's played all their cards. Adelaide City just go to the bench and just bring on Skimitzi, who managed to, bang double figures goals in last seasons at Modbury, and bring him off the bench. And we just spoke before as well, the players have still got to come back in. Obviously, let this go for a second.
As it's hit from Noah Smith, and he sends that one well wide of Margush's upright. Margush will...
We were chatting at half time. They've still got Dorba, who's out injured.
Yep.
Franchise's not playing tonight. Kasumbovic obviously suspended. So
yep. I said both squads have got great depth this season. As the ball goes long and Bartoski comes away with it in the end, he goes to O'Doherty, who goes line looking for Trimboli in Luca, and Luca can't find the ball at his feet, and Abatu tries to be a little bit cheeky there, and it doesn't work as Croydon come away with it. Here's Styles, finds Luca Trimboli right in front of us here. He switches inside to Bartkowski. He flicks it onto Trimboli, goes wide to Kato. He's met by Laurie Latanzio. Kato goes back to Styles. Styles, first touch evades him, and he gives that one away. And Adelaide City now on the break, come away with it. Player streaming forward, and he's taken the wrong option there as Catano went to go short. He went long, and the ball went through to Margush. As Martinello recycles this for Croydon. Here's O'Doherty, short to good. He goes inside to Styles, and he looks to clip it in behind for Santana Bodkovski. And Jared Abatu wins that one. Doesn't clear it very far, and Bucco gets his foot on it. Here's Noah Smith inside to Jared Abatu. And he turns out of trouble beautifully there, and Luca Trimboli eventually wins it back. Here is Styles, weighing up his options, and he gets caught on the ball by Skimizzi. He's away. Fast break for Adelaide City. As he goes wide, here's Laurie Latanzio. He crosses, clipped in and blocked there by Martinello on the line, and out for a corner. Adelaide City, when they attack now with pace, they are certainly going at pace. And they've certainly got plenty of pace with the likes of Skimizzi up front with Laurie Latanzio and Costanzo. And Adelaide City will now take their time with this, and there is no rush for them any further in this game. I dare say Noah Smith will make his way over to take this corner, and Christian Bedico just trying to hurry them along a little bit. As I was saying, said in the first half, Connie, as they go short, here is Noah Smith. His shot's blocked. Jared Abatu wins it. He manages to force the ball wide. Here's Costanzo. He goes line looking for Latanzio and finds him. He's able to cross, and it's a fallen to Bucco. Eventually, it's a mad scramble, and eventually cleared by Trimboli, and I think it was Skimizzi who had the final shot in the end, as Corbo wins that for Adelaide City. It was all hands on deck there, Connie. As it's forward.
Here's Dominic
Catano, but he's offside.
Oh, another great finish.
Great finish, but the flag went straight up.
Whoa, that chaos that happened in the box, there was some big shouts, especially from the Adelaide City supporters behind the goal. Thought there was a hand involved. But Adelaide City, the last couple of moments, they've getting closer and closer to a fourth. Well, in fact, the ball found the net, but it was offside.
It was a beautiful finish from Kitano, as Oliver Trimboli looks to playing good, and Bucco outpaces good there and gets back. And he picks it up again. Here is Bucco. The ripe young age of 36.
And he's still got the wheels on him by the looks.
Showing a clean set of heels there. Missed, as a lot of us commentators refer to him as Mr. Adelaide City.
I'm sure he wouldn't deny that one either.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure no one would actually argue with us on that one. A lot of people argue with us a lot, actually, but I don't think anyone's going to argue on that one. Here is Croydon with the ball. And
we wouldn't be in the media if we weren't going to be controversial at times.
Well, that's exactly right. Here's O'Doherty back to Martinello for Croydon. We'll go all the way back to Margush.
But how good for someone like Pahas, who gets to come on and, at a scoreline like this now, play alongside Bucco. Can only help develop him as a young player.
That's why you have players like Bucco. You keep them around, you make sure you do what you can to keep them fit and playing so that they can help that next generation. As Croydon keep the ball at the back, and they go all the way back to Margush, who goes long, and that's going to hold up a little bit in that breeze. And Stiles is the only one that jumps for that and misses the header.
He went twice and still won it.
Yep. Here's Budkowski, goes to Trimboli. Stiles able to play out, and he looks to go long, looking for Cato behind Corbo, and he gets there first. Looks to beat Corbo. Corbo does well to hold him up in the end, and he's doesn't have much option, so he tries to get low, and Corbo knocks that one out for a throw-in. Didn't realise that net was there, otherwise that ball would have been on South Road.
It looks like the linesman has actually flagged the corner, so it's gone out for a corner.
Oh, it has too. Very well spotted there, Connie.
Got to do something good here tonight. We'll wait for this corner.
As they wait for the big, tall timber to come up from the back, and surprisingly they've left so many players back, to be honest, for Croydon. As this ball is whipped in, it goes near post. Trimboli almost gets ahead, but cleared by Adelaide City, and Noah Smith was the one to get his boot through that one as we approach 70 minutes. Tanjo puts his boot through that one as well, and Croydon give it away, and Bucco looks to find Costanzo in behind. I'm not sure if he's going to get there. He was offside in the end.
Well, that break in play, Mark, is perfect timing, because there's a story brewing. Not only Adelaide City putting Croydon to the sword here, but Playford have run out 3-1 winners away to Metro Stars. So we know there's a few diplomatic things happening down at Metro Stars in recent weeks, and now they've suffered a 3-1 loss at home, which I don't think we have seen for
quite some time.
A very long time.
Quite some time. So massive result there for Playford over Metro Stars. Here is Polly for Croydon. Do you have any other results there, Connie? There were a few other games being played with early 7 o'clock kickoffs, especially in the HPG Homes State League 1.
Yeah, so we mentioned obviously the Olympic game unfortunately was called off.
Here's Laurie Latanzia, he loses out, and Cato is able to get forward. He looks for Trimboli in behind. John Hall's out and able to clear, and does well to keep that in as well, and Bolmapore has to deal with it, and he goes all the way back to Margush, and he's puts his foot through it and finds Styles, but picked up by Bucco.
I'll get back to those scores in a minute for you, mate.
Bucco switches looking for Costanzo, but cleared by O'Doherty. And Adelaide City pick it back up again. Here is Costanzo. Finds Bucco in acres of space in the middle of the park. He's able to pick out a pass looking for Smith. Martinello cuts that one out, but only as far as Catano. Noah Smith goes all the way back to Yared Abichu, so Adelaide City able to recycle and keep the ball. And as you were saying, Connie.
Well, if the story down at TK Shutter wasn't a big one, State League One's got a story, because Cumberland have fallen at home to newly promoted Adelaide Atletico 2-1.
It's a massive result for Adelaide Atletico, who lost by that result last week after going 1-0 up against, who did they play last week? Cobras.
Yeah, well, speaking of Cobras, they've run out 4-0 winners at home.
Over South Adelaide.
Yeah, so a couple of heavy defeats for
South
Adelaide to start the season.
5-2 and what was that, 4-0?
Not ideal.
Certainly not for South Adelaide. And those scores are brought to you by the One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And back to the action here as Costanzo beats O'Doherty, and he's now got space to run into, and he does so. Meet by Martinello, goes inside and finds Catano. Catano goes square across the box. Here's Laurie Latanzio. He looks to go outside of Polly, hits it. Great save by Margouche. Full to Catano, who bits it, puts it just wide of the upright. Is that Catano or Parhas?
I think
it was Parhas. Yeah, it was. Sorry there, Connie, you're right.
I think he saw his name up in lights for a second there, the young fella. He looks bitterly disappointed as well that he hasn't found the target.
He does there, but again, great work there from Adelaide City. Really, just once Costanzo had beaten Doherty, Bucco wins that header and gets it back off Costanzo. Goes inside, but cut out by Martinello. And between the two of us, Connie, we're going to have to pick a 3-2-1 before the night's out.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, after this attack,
he is good. Beaten by Niall Smith. He's going to try and keep it in, does so, and then just puts it out for a throw and does well to prevent the corner.
Fortunately for us, Mark, I think there's probably only one team that's had 3 good players tonight. So unfortunately for Croydon, it's none of theirs.
Yes.
Unless something changes in the next 20-odd minutes here.
Yeah, they've worked hard, but that's pretty much as it's gone for them tonight. Hasn't really worked in their favour. Here's Bartovsky. He's able to get onto his right boot and look for good, but that goes out for a goal kick.
Just not working for them tonight, is it? Just that final pass.
Just not clicking for them tonight.
But the scoreline could have increased a lot in this second half. That's, and even saying that, they've had 2 disallowed goals, Adelaide City, so they've found the back of the net 5 times, only 3 of them have counted. And
Margouche has pulled off some absolute cracking saves. That's for sure.
I think,
as to be expected from both these goalkeepers, actually.
Well, that's right. That's 2 high-quality goalkeepers, and I think John Hall's only had the 1 save to really make in the first half.
He did have that cross that he had to deal with. Here's Costanzo. He turns and he's able to open his legs and he's running straight towards that box. And he does onto the left, crosses. And Bulmer tracks all the way back and able to clear that one. But Costanzo is finding a lot of space now that I think O'Doherty's struggling a little bit, and Costanzo's able to find a lot of space there.
You would notice as well, if you look where he picks that ball up, he's actually sort of based himself a little bit closer rather than being on the line, so he's able to turn both ways now, and that's exactly what he did there.
Yep.
Looked inside, gave the feint, and away he went on the left.
Adelaide City have another corner. Bucco, hands on head this time. So he looks to swing it in, and he does though, goes far post, and that one's way too far, and I think the wind's also got a hold of that one.
Yeah, he's had a bit of trouble with the corners tonight, Bucco, hasn't he? Not his night from the corners, and wasn't his night from the spot, but
no, but he made up for it in open play. As he was the scorer of Adelaide City's 3rd goal this evening. That's good, does well to keep that in, and he's able to run at Smith. He gets past him, but Laurie Latanzio is there to back him up and wins it back, goes inside, and Adelaide City are able to play out of the trouble, and Laurie Latanzio then goes long looking for Catano. Here is Parhas. He picks up the scraps and he delivers it wide to Costanzo, who swapped sides with Laurie Latanzio, and his ball inside just over hit.
I like the calmness of Parhas there in the middle. Didn't get too flustered with that touch. Just a touch and played the ball. Can't ask for much more.
He was in the Adelaide United youth setup as of last year, and he come across to Adelaide City in the off-season. as John Hall gets the ball for Adelaide City, and he goes long on the far side looking for Costanzo, and Polly just gets bodied out of it, and Costanzo's away. He crosses all the way through, and it's off the bar. This time Laurie Latanzio free at the far post, puts his shot goal bound, and it's off the bar. Croydon very lucky there as they're now on the attack. Here is good. Can't get past Noah Smith, and then he wins the free kick. Laurie Latanzio looking to add to his first goal of the season tonight by adding a second, but somehow managed to hit the bar, Connie.
Yeah, that was a fantastic ball into the box by Costanzo after he initially had Polly beat for pace down that, well, the right-hand side for Dom in the City's attack, and the ball in was fantastic, and Laurie Latanzio thought he had his second and City's fourth, but not to be. Come off the crossbar.
As John Hall goes long looking for Scamizzi, and Adelaide City win the second balls. Here is Bucco. Can't find Catano, and Oliver Trimboli comes away with it. He looks to release Cato, but cut out again by Adelaide City. Styles unable to bring that one under control. Here's Costanzo on the far side. Pass back to Costanzo, who finds Bucco in some space in the middle of the park with a little chip over the top. Here is Bucco. He finds Laurie Latanzio. Looks for the back heel to Catano, but it's eventually cut out and goes all the way back to Margush, who looks to release. Good. Here's Bartkowski. Goes inside and gets past Parhas. Here's Oliver Trimboli looking for Luca. Can't find him though. Abatu cuts that out and Adelaide City regain possession. Seems to be a common theme at the moment. And that's straight into the back of Costanzo from Polly. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA.
Well, we saw the last passage of play there. Again, Parhas calm and collected on the ball. Just played a couple of 1-2 passes with Costanzo. And then Adelaide City really starting to express themselves with the ball, aren't they now? They're starting to do things where you at this stage of the game, you can try it. It's one of those things where you got that luxury.
Yep.
And unfortunately, just the final touch not coming for Adelaide City. They're now 3-0 up. Well, I think there's still more goals to come here, Mark, for something.
I think you're right. Here is Costanzo. Corbo picks it up for Adelaide City. It goes backwards. They play themselves around Cato, and then they find Catano. He crosses. Blocked. Out for another corner.
Really peppering the goals. Adelaide City looking for that fourth, looking for that what would be significant goal difference, not only for tonight, but given the results that we've seen this weekend, they would be outright on top, I believe, after this game.
I don't have access to the live ladder at this stage, but yes, they would certainly be. That's 3 at the moment. What are they? 5 goals scored, 1 conceded. Sturt scoring 4 goals today, as this time it's Noah Smith with the corner. He goes in far post and cleared by Good, and it's out for another corner on the far side.
Well, disregard me, mate, because Playford are actually top. I did actually for a moment forget that they won last week, so Playford would be on top at this stage. Both teams with +4 goal difference.
As the corner comes in. Far post, free header, and it's in.
And guess what that goal does, Mark?
Puts them top. And another delightful cross in there, corner from Noah Smith.
And it's Catano by the looks.
It is Catano with effectively a free head. He had a bit of pressure, but he's got a free head and he's able to put that back across Margush into the far post, and Margush having no chance there, and it makes it 4-0 in the 79th minute here at Regency Park. Adelaide City 4, Croydon 0.
Yeah, well, the corner by Smith, we've spoken about his quality tonight on multiple occasions. Just finds that one there to hit the spot, and Catano was jogging on the spot. Headers back across Margush. Adelaide City 4 goals to the good. Gives them that +5 to put them on top of the table currently with 11 and a bit minutes to play here. And we can probably say they're going to get the points here. Let's say that's a given, but there would be 3 teams on the same amount of points. It would be Adelaide City on 6, Playford on 6, and Sturt Lions, the promotion
6.
team. So 2 wins from 2 for them.
Yep. And Adelaide City do make a substitution after that goal. And Yared Abachu makes way for young Oliver Weston. And he'll come in at left back. And they'll push Noah Smith into a central role for the remaining 10 minutes of this match, plus any time added.
Again, it's a luxury to be able to bring on a young player at this stage of the game and give Yared a rest and not risk that second yellow card as well. Here goes Laurie Latanzio again, though. Adelaide City don't look like they're done just yet. They can smell the blood in the water. And this is the best part about it for the City fans. They can enjoy this one.
They certainly can. And what about Croydon? Connie, what do you think they've got to do next? Just forget about this one, learn what they can from it and move on? It's still early in the season?
It is still early in the season, but I just think they've got the quality, but maybe they haven't kept up with the rest of the league in what they've brought in, maybe. I don't like to be negative about things, but maybe, they really, you see Greco goes off and they sort of lose a fair bit in the middle of the park because they've had to push Martinello to centre back. So maybe for them, they've just got to maybe throw the magnets around for another week or two and see what happens. But yeah, you're definitely going to have to forget about this one. And even last week, they weren't great, were they, against Para Hills, who really struggled last season, given that Croydon ended up champions last season. But you never write teams off in the NPL, that's for sure.
No, you certainly can't, as that's flicked in and Noah Smith cleans up for Adelaide City and turns away from trouble 3 times, goes back to Bucco. Here's Noah Smith, plays a 1-2 with Bucco. And
they're really enjoying themselves, Adelaide City, at the moment, aren't they?
They really are, just happy to keep the ball and find each other and play little triangles. Here's Laurie Latanzio in the left back role at the moment. Here's Noah Smith, and eventually they win the goal kick.
And just demanding more of each other at this late stage as well. You can't really hear it, but you can hear there. Bucco's telling John Hall to help him out.
Hall, yes.
Because the players were stuck there. He wanted Latanzio to, was it Latanzio? Yeah, it was. He wanted him to turn out and play, but Bucco's telling the goalkeeper, you weren't talking to him.
Yep. So certainly demanding from each other, which is what you want from a team that, as far as I'm concerned, should be pushing the top upper echelons this year and again, playing finals this year, and like I said, they've recruited really well. So, demanding a lot from each other, which is what you want. As Croydon take the throw, here's Budkowski. He turns into trouble and finds Bucco, and Bucco turns out of trouble. Then he looks to release on the far side and can't find Costanzo, but Catano picks it up and finds him eventually. Here's Costanzo. Cuts inside, goes back to Parhas. Parhas on the ball, calmly goes out to Corbo. Costanzo turns away from 2. Manages to keep the ball moving. Here's Bucco.
Yeah, he hasn't found the back of the net tonight, Dominic Costanzo, but he's been very influential, especially in the second half. Out on that right-hand side. We said in the first half he wasn't sort of involved as much, but this second half he's really been involved in just about everything that's gone forward for Adelaide City. I'll tell you what, it's going to be difficult to pick 3 players from Adelaide City tonight.
So it will be. They've been all excellent tonight. Croydon now just sort of effectively trying to play for that final whistle. They've just hasn't clicked for them tonight at all. Here's Costanzo up against Mapor. Paul wins out there and then beats him as well and runs into the midfield with it. Tackled there by Parhas. Here's Catano. Goes wide. Looks like Bucco is now on the right wing. He crosses. Oh, great ball in, and it evades Scamizzi, and looks like Latanzio as well in the end. But what a ball that was. Margouche unable to do anything with it as it just flashed across him.
It was a wicked ball in by Bucco. He had options aplenty. Yeah, the two players, Scamitzi and
Laurie
sorry.
Latanzio coming in at the far
he had
post.
3 options in the box, and then he also had Dominic Costanzo sitting at the top of the box wanting the ball. So
Western wins that one for Adelaide City and keeps it in, and ball stays in and it goes long. Oliver Trimboli's going to chase this one down, and John Hall out with the head.
With the hat on as well.
With the hat on, does very well to find Corbo. Surprised he's still wearing a hat, actually, and it must be the light. He must not like those lights.
He's a goalkeeper. What do you expect, mate?
Don't know.
No, he's...
Could be just to prevent that light. Like I said, those lights can make life difficult for keepers when the ball goes high. As that's given away, and here's Polly for Croydon. Styles.
I was alluding to the fact that goalkeepers are a little bit different to everyone
Goalkeepers
else.
certainly are different to the outfield players, that's for sure. As Scamitzi wins possession here in a dangerous position, he's able to get into the box and crosses. Cut out by Martinello. And Martinello comes away with it for Croydon. He finds Kato on that far left side. And he goes looking for Good. Good gets the flick onto Barkowski. He looks to turn Western, and he does, and gets his shot away, but wide of John Hall's upright.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted opportunity, that one there. I think he had to try and cut that back. He had the numbers in the box. He had Luca Trimboli, Oliver Trimboli, Kato on the far side. You know, bit of a waste trying to shoot from that angle. You're better off just trying to put it on the spot.
As Noah Smith doesn't hit that right, but it falls kindly for Adelaide City. And that's kind of the you make your own luck scenario where he hasn't hit that right, but it's fallen kindly for Adelaide City. Whereas if Croydon had done that, I reckon that would have fallen to Adelaide City. One of the nights for them. Here's Laurie Latanzio on the left wing. He's able to get towards the box. Onto his right, cuts it back, cleared by Bolmapore. But if that was a Croydon clearance, that would have probably fallen to Adelaide City. It's just been that night for Croydon. Just hasn't clicked for them at all.
And I don't think anyone would disagree with that statement, because everything sort of has fallen Adelaide City's way.
Yep.
Unfortunately, football's a funny game. Sometimes you can be at the highest of highs, but sometimes things don't go your way.
As Catano overhits that one, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. But that's football. Again, we're only into round 2. It's a long season ahead, still 20-odd games to go for Croydon. So it's not like they've got to panic at this stage after one game. They won last week. Again, just chalk this up to not working tonight and they'll rebound and go again next week. So it looks like Laurie Latanzio's making way. He's made his way off on this near side, right near the players' race. So Laurie Latanzio, good night for him with the goal that kicked us off tonight. So he's made way.
Another youngster getting in a couple of minutes under his belt in the senior team of Adelaide City. Corbo's been pretty solid again for Adelaide City in that fullback position for second week in a row.
You wouldn't expect anything less from a player like Corbo. A player that didn't come on for Adelaide City in place of Laurie Latanzio was Dejan Kafuta.
Croydon might find a consolation goal here.
He did get his debut against Comets last year. He didn't get any game time last week, so first minutes for 2026. And there he is there with the block, and Noah Smith helping him out with that clearance. As we move into 90 minutes of this RAA NPLSA round 2 clash between Croydon and Adelaide City here at Regency Park.
It's been a pretty complete performance by Adelaide City tonight, hasn't it? They just really controlled it from the get-go.
Certainly has. not giving much away at the back.
And just been absolutely clinical in front of goals.
They certainly have. I mean, when you look at it, they've scored 4, but Margouche has made a few good saves. They've hit the bar, and they've had 2 chalked off for offside. So
could have been very easily 7.
Could have been a dangerous night. But like I said, Croydon, only second game of the season. They won last week against Para Hills. They'll learn from this and they'll move on, as they'll move into round 3, obviously next weekend.
Well, Croydon will be away next week. I'm not too sure they're playing.
They're away to Playford, which will be another enticing counter after this week's results.
Yeah, huge game.
Here's Polly. Finds O'Doherty. He's forced wide, but Booker cuts that one out. Looks like Adelaide City will come away. It looks like Noah Smith stepping up from centre-back role. He's going to switch it for young Cafuto, who's able to bring that under control very well with his shoulder. He gets into the box. Crosses, cleared there by Martinello, but great touch there from young Cafuto.
He did well. The first touch off his shoulder, he did well to even get that under control, and then the second touch was beautiful.
And Christian Verdicchio brings this game to an end with Adelaide City running out 4-0 winners over Croydon at Regency Park. Connie, final thoughts?
Yeah, well, like we just mentioned moments ago, complete dominance by Adelaide City tonight from start to finish. Croydon had a couple of moments in the first half, but the second half they really didn't. Well, they didn't test John Hall at all. I don't think he had a save to make in the second half. And Adelaide City were just a lot more clinical in front of goals. They wanted to be on the front foot, and that's what they did from 0 to 90 minutes. And they run away 4-0 winners. So when you look at it overall, it's thoroughly deserved by Adelaide City. And yeah, I don't know about these 3-2-1s, mate, because when you win like that, it's very hard. But
I've already got a 3 votes, so that's all good. But a very comprehensive win for Adelaide City, and we'll quickly run through the stats. Adelaide City shots 10, 6 of them on target to Croydon's 4 shots and 2 on target. Couple of fouls, couple of yellow cards for Adelaide City, 2 for Adelaide City, 1 for Croydon. Corners, 8 to Adelaide City, 4 to Croydon. So really much better in every department there for Adelaide City in this match.
Yeah, that's right, and they've still got players to come back into this squad, as we mentioned, so it's looking bright down at Oakton for Adelaide City in 2026, Mark.
It certainly is, and with that, we will sign off. Connie, thank you for joining me.
No problems.
Thanks for all those.
Good to be back.
It was good to have you. Thank you to all the viewers. Make sure you catch up next week, and if you want more football action, jump on the One Game at a Time podcast midweek this week on Wednesday night. But that's all from Regency Park.
The local game either, mate.
And the local game. Good evening. We'll see you next time.